What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
Hey,
Whoa,
what's
come
up?
on, dude.
Welcome to What's
No
It Called,
way.
everybody.
Yeah.
What's up, Richard Carnes? We're so happy that you're here with us.
I'm Caleb.
I'm Dave. Get ready to lay down.
We're the Potato Boys.
That's right. This is What's It Called. It's a
Yeah,
lay down
man.
for your brain. It doesn't matter, and neither does anything else.
Yeah, are you tired of podcasts that feel like standing up?
Yeah, dude. Lay down. Lay down,
Yeah.
face down, ass up. Everybody has a dick
That's
hole.
how you listen to our podcast.
Yeah,
And-
dude.
And people keep asking.
With your dick hole in your pants. Never show anyone your dick hole. That's the... And everyone has one. Holy fuck, this motherfucker is back. I'm going to fucking kill you, dude. Yo, Caleb.
He's like shaking.
Caleb. Yeah, you know why? You know why he's fucking shit? Yeah, I can fucking see you, you piece of shit.
All right, so
I'm sure you might notice. Okay, so...
Dave's mailman is really pissing Dave off.
So what just happened was, as Caleb and I are starting this episode, a squirrel showed up and sat outside my window. And Caleb, you might be noticing that window, yeah, I see you, you motherfucker.
This is not a bit. If you're thinking like, oh, I'm just listening to audio and this is a new bit, there is a huge, huge squirrel
Yes.
outside Dave's window here.
So you might remember that I used to have a window unit, an air conditioner in that window, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you know how the air conditioners, they come with like a little accordion thing on the side to like fill
Yes.
out the rest of the space, but it's not completely insulated. So I like covered that with cut up brown paper bags. And then I bought this like really thick foam insulation that's covered with this like fake leather material on the outside to put all around the air conditioner, so it was completely insulated and the elements don't get in, right? And
Mhm.
neither does anything
Mhm.
else. So I shoot my special last Saturday,
Yeah.
and then I get drunk for 4 days in
That's
celebration. Yeah. I had a real Indian wedding coming out of my and then I had the worst hangover of all time that I like should have seen coming, but I didn't. I was having panic attacks. And then that night of all that, where I hadn't done anything in 4 days because I was just like, letting loose, I hear this scratching, this really loud, incessant scratching on the foam next to my air conditioner.
Oh, no.
And there had been a squirrel hanging out on the air conditioner earlier that day, so I assumed it was a squirrel. And dude, no matter what I did, I could not get the squirrel to stop. I'm banging on the window. I'm screaming at it. And I can't sleep, and I need sleep so badly.
Mhm.
And so I'm talking to Eli Uden on the phone. Allie had already gone to bed, and so
Women.
I know they're always asleep when a squirrel's
Unbelievable.
trying to get into your house.
Dude, that's what my dad used to say.
And so Eli's freaking out because literally, dude, we're talking the scratching had. I'll show you a video after we're done recording. He got super fucking close to breaking through you could see you could see his like claws poking at you could see the shape of his hand
What?
poking from the other
He
side.
just wants to hang out.
And so it's like 2:00 in the morning, and I'm playing this ultrasonic sound that rodents hate, a video of like a sound video on YouTube, and that made him go away for a second, but then he came back, and I didn't know it was the squirrel for sure though, and it was so incessant. I was like, this might be something with rabies. It might be a bat. It might be a
Whoa,
rat.
damn.
It might be a fucking raccoon. And the symptoms of rabies are like foaming at the mouth, but then also. Not scared of humans, aggressive behavior, truly. And I was 311 is the number you call for animal control and like non-emergency help, but 311 stops working at 6 p.m. So
What?
if you want, so you have to call 911 after 6. And I'm like, well, I don't want to do that. And like literally got to a point where it was just like, he would not stop scratching, and I couldn't sleep. And I just thought, if this thing has rabies and it gets into my house while I'm sleeping, what the fuck? So I taped it all up, and he's scratching at it while I'm taping it up, and the thing is just like flapping and almost opening. And then I realized if I poke back, he makes a sound. And I have this video of me like smacking the thing and him going,
What?
dude. It was fucking terrifying. And
What is happening?
I passed out on the couch for 2 hours. I woke up. The sun was up. I went out. I looked out. And sure enough, it was just a fucking squirrel that didn't seem crazy. That just had like an inquisitive look in his eye. And I pulled down the foam. And sure enough, he had scratched all the way through the foam, almost through the final like layer of fake leather. When it's not fake leather, it's just some sort of like semi-hard material. And I was like, oh, this guy's fucking done. And I like ripped it down. And I took a broomstick handle and I just fucked his nest up.
Oh, shit.
I just demolished it, and then I like clipped out all. Because the thing is that I live on the 3rd floor of a building, and there's a massive amount of foliage. My building definitely needs to clear the foliage out of the back here. I mean, it's really beautiful looking, but there's like all sorts of shit. It's covering my fire escape, which I think is illegal, and it's funny. So I tell Eli that I'm like in a crazed state. This motherfucker scared me to death and almost got into my house. And I tell Eli this, and he's like, yeah, man, I guess that was the right thing to do. I mean, like, even though you had to destroy his nest, I guess that was okay because he was like coming into your house. And I literally said, Eli, it literally did not occur to me that it might negatively affect the squirrel. I didn't even consider it. I was just like, this dude is done. He ruined my brain for an entire night, and I didn't care. And the thing is, like, as much as I couldn't believe it, I love Eli so much, and like, what a sweet man, you know? And sure, I don't want squirrels to get hurt, but a squirrel's nest should not be outside my window, dude. I'm sorry, buddy. It's just like not.
I mean, why are we like no other species would take that either?
Exactly.
Everything else would go, you're not coming into my shit, squirrel.
Yeah, dude. I know. And I said that just to fend off any of our listeners who might have been like, oh.
Look, I believe in squirrel rights, but don't fuck my house up.
Dude, you can't come into my house. I'm sorry.
You cannot come in my house.
The squirrels can't come into my fucking house.
I got friends
just a
that
way
won't
I
let in my
feel.
house. I got a little squirrel in there.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry, man. I kill black widow spiders on sight.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. They're
I do
not my
too.
friend.
All insects can die. I don't care. I don't even think we need. People go, ooh, we need them.
We'll
That
figure it
spider's a
out.
good spider. No,
No.
it's not.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Sick of that shit.
So, yeah, dude, I wasn't planning to talk about that this episode just because it makes me feel so crazy. Especially since, like, it's hard to tell the story because it's a fucking squirrel. And people were like, the squirrel almost got into your house. What else did it do? Almost hug you? Huh? This has happened to me a bunch of times. Like, this is not the first time I've been attacked by a cute animal.
Oh, really?
One time I was camping with my last girlfriend, and we got attacked by cows.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
All of the adorable animals in the forest hate me, dude. You know what I mean? It's just like 10,000
Attacked by cows.
10,000 chipmunks tried to pick me up and tried to drown me in a pool.
I just picture those birds that like lift Cinderella up. Or
Yes,
whatever.
exactly, dude. Yeah, man. A sparrow flew into my mouth. Like
That's a good AC/DC song.
sparrow. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I got turned into a sparrow. Man,
Yeah, dude.
it's crazy too because there's hornets out there. There's all kinds of
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
but a squirrel is what ruined my fucking Wednesday night.
What is it? What was it? Did it think you had food? Did it want to hang out? Like, what's the deal?
So I think when it was nesting and there was a lot of foliage out there, and look, it could have been crazed in some way because the way it was behaving was like I was literally playing this sound that drives rats and mice insane. And there's like debate whether or not it drives squirrels crazy. I read about it, but it drove it crazy for a while. And then it came back. And as I was playing this crazy sound, it was scratching more and more. And so I think its attitude was like, this is my fucking house. So it's like we're two living beings that are like, this is
Right.
my house.
Oh, I know.
But I'm big.
Right.
I'm big. And I paid for my house. You showed up yesterday.
And it could not fathom
Yeah.
anything.
No, it's an idiot.
It can't fathom money.
Dude, I
All
will
squirrels
say,
are dumb.
if I had known it was a squirrel, I might have just like pulled the flap back and dropped some nuts out there.
I know.
And then like, now you
Hell
have a
yeah.
friend in here, bro. Leave me the fuck alone, dude. I do think it's interesting that he's
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, he's back.
He's
Well, he
like-
heard me talking. He was
Yeah.
like, see, people are allowed in there. Come on,
Are
dude.
there any fucking squirrels in there? I wonder if he recognized me. I wonder if squirrels have like facial recognition abilities
I don't know.
in humans. I definitely can't tell squirrels apart.
Me neither. But
Yeah.
you knew that was the one, right?
Actually, that's a good point. Maybe it was a new squirrel.
Nah, I could tell that was him. He knew what he was doing.
Man,
Piece
I
of
can't.
shit,
Squirrels and cows are the bane of my existence.
Dude, now I'm afraid to walk around the city with you. You're just going to get scooped up by a raven or something.
Comedian gets mauled to death by Pomeranian.
See, I just have dogs that hate me.
Yeah, dude.
You got all of God's creatures.
Yeah, dude. You like literally get attacked by a hedgehog.
Dude, I don't even
What's
know.
the cutest animal?
Otter.
Otters hate me for sure. For sure. Like, I'm gonna get home soon. There's gonna be a dam in my tub.
Honey, the otters are
The
back.
otters are in the fucking tub again.
Oh, come on.
I'm telling you, we need to get a smaller bathtub hole. It's big enough for an otter, honey. And she's, I got a lot of hair.
So
Where's my hair gonna go?
Dave did a special. Dave recorded a special.
Hold on. I think the bigger news is the squirrel, and we need to stick with it, Caleb.
Well, the squirrel,
I'm kidding.
I feel like, I mean, I am more excited about it. We could just turn it into a squirrel podcast. But
Yeah, that's true.
I have not seen Dave since he recorded his special.
Yes, and you were on the road with me during like a really like critical time for me worrying about the special.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, the special was the recording. I mean, I can't say anything about the finished product yet, partially because I don't even want to like jinx it in any way.
Right.
But that night of the special taping was unequivocally one of the best nights of my life.
Oh, that's great.
Truly couldn't have been more magical, dude. Like, and it was not for lack of adversity and difficulty either. That's why it ended up being so great. So, like, there were 2 tapings. I did not sell a lot of tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons I did the show at the Gutter is that the guys from Comedians You Should Know, the show I always talk about that's on Wednesdays and Saturdays, they do a special taping there once a month, and they are like certain that they sell them out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they kind of overshot their wad a little there. And that is what it is. It's fine. We all like, you know, are constantly adjusting in comedy. And so like I think I sold 35 tickets, which, you know, what's funny is that like in New York City, that's like pretty good if I think about my ability on my own to sell fucking tickets. And then maybe like if I were to get a little 50-seater room, I would do that and get those 35 people in there or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And there were some people that listen to the podcast that I've met before and that I've met online that were there. And thank you all so much for coming. That support, I could see your faces in the crowd. That support meant so much to me. It was the best. So between the like 30 people that bought tickets to the early show and CYSK promoting like crazy that day and giving away a ton of tickets, and then like I literally reached out to friends and I was like, guys, like I'm just having a hard time and I need help. And it felt like shit doing this, dude, because I don't know, man, it's my special taping. I would like to be able to like have the public facing version of it be like, I don't need any help. I can sell out my 2 special tapings. But we filled it up with a lot of tickets being given away and the amount that I sold. And it was like fire, dude. It was literally like top to bottom, perfect. All the material crushed. Could have released just that special and I would have thought it was done.
Dude, hell yeah.
Though I will say that there were a few moments in it that like could have killed a little harder, could have popped a little more, and I was like, okay, great. So these are the ones that in the late show I'm gonna like make sure to get these and punch them up, and even if I have to do them a second time to make sure I say them right, that's all right. But the second one, like the night was so stressful because at like 6:30, and the first taping is at 8. Doors at 7:30. At 6:30, I get this text, and I'm about to leave my house to go there. The text says like, "Hey man, we have like almost 0 sold the late show. I don't even think we're gonna have a show." And so earlier in the day, I had already like hat in hand to my close friends group on Instagram, which my close friends on Instagram is just every comedian I've ever met.
Yeah.
So I ask all of my direct peers, which is like 1,000 people. Hey, I'm literally just tell the comedy scene, I can't sell tickets. Can you guys help me? And a lot of people shared it, and that's really nice. And it was like really hard, but it was hard, man, like psychologically
No, I
to
know,
not be
yeah.
like, because you want other comedians to think you're killing it or whatever. And so then after that, I get this message that we still don't have a lot of tickets sold for the Late Show. And I send these messages that I was embarrassed to send to Hassan Minaj, Nikki Glazer, Dulce Sloan, and the band Pup. The four artists that I like know for sure have a big following and that like me, right? But like I haven't seen any. I mean, Pup, I guess I've seen sort of recently. I've seen Hassan. I've seen Dulce. I haven't seen Nikki in a long time. But it's not like I'm really that close with these people so
Right,
much
yeah.
lately. Again, maybe Pup, but you know what I mean. And either way, I send them direct messages and I'm like, hey, and James Austin Johnson.
Nice.
I like tag them all in a post, and then I send them a message, and I'm literally hat in hand, like, hey, I am so embarrassed and so sorry, but I need help with my taping, and if you would be down to help, I don't know how to say it, but you have a lot of followers, and if you could share it in your stories, that would be great. And they all did it.
Hell yeah,
And it was so sweet. And it sold not one single ticket. Hassan Minaj has 2 million fucking followers, dude.
That's so funny.
I know, dude. Not a single soul. I think I got 3 followers when Hassan
Wow.
reposted it. But I didn't know that until later. First show's great, but also there were all these fucking technical difficulties. Setup for the special took twice as long as we thought. And we were supposed to open doors at 7:30. We opened doors at 8:15, and then the show didn't start till 9. And so we're done with the second show at 11, and we were supposed to start at 10:30. And then at 10:30, there are the people that are there for the Late Show are 40 comedians and 3 people who bought tickets. And I was like, all right, great. So all these comics showed up. That's so rad. Look at these like buddies of mine who came to support. They're all going to like stand in the back, and that's how it's going to be, you know? And so I think what I'll do is I'll just like be like, hey, you know, you guys are all buddies of mine. You've seen my material. I'm not going to do this to you. I'm just going to like fuck around, and then the stuff I need to get on camera of me saying again with a good reception, I'll just do that, and then we'll end the show early. We'll all get drunk. That's what I thought was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Leibovitz is hosting. So the early show was Mike Leibovitz hosting, and Allie O'Neill did a short set. They both crushed. It was incredible. Second show, it was Lebo hosting, David Drake, and David and Lebo run COSK together, and they're good friends of mine. And they're also guys in their late 30s or early 40s like I am, who've been doing stand-up a long time, who understand, like are very familiar with the emotional feelings that I'm having that night. Lebo, most of his set was about how he hates me.
That's great.
It was like clearly not true, or that that he didn't want to be me. He was like, I love Dave, but I don't want to be him at all. Drake goes up and just dunks on me so hard for his whole set for the fact that I can't sell tickets.
Pretty funny.
And it was so mean and so funny. And I'm like, everything he said hurt my feelings. Like, let's be emotionally honest here. But it also, every single thing he said, I knew he was kidding, and it made me laugh. And you could tell that all the comics were like, is this okay? And then they would hear me dying laughing in the back, and everyone would laugh.
What was he saying?
He literally was like at one point, he's like, Django Gold sitting in the front row here. 2 sold-out shows when he did his special taping a few months ago. Just shit like that.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing was, between the crew and the hosts and Allie and stuff, they like talked to all the comics, and they just like reset all the chairs. So in the early show, there were 75 seats. Then they just put out 40 chairs, and all the comics sat in all the chairs. They moved the cameras up, and literally the front row center was 4 of my best friends. Dude, Augie, who I don't know if you know Augie. I'm sure you've met him. He's the best. And Bobby Condon was sitting in the front row, and Django Gold and Zach Pugh. That was like the 4 people front center, and again, I was assuming that I would go up and in front of all my peers, they were there to support, and I just feel so loved by these people. But they're not going to be able to give me the reception. It's just not naturally going to happen, them giving me the reception a regular crowd would. And then I proceeded to have an even better set than the early show. And it was definitely because Mike and Lebo shit on me so much.
Mm-hmm.
They made the vibe of like, they let the comics know, like, this is fun. We're going to have fun. We're going to make fun of each other. And I think I did a 90-minute set, the late show. Because I went up, and the first 10 minutes of my set, at least, was me being like, this is a fucking nightmare, dude. This is a waking nightmare. Here I am trying to tape my special, and I'm just auditioning for comedians' respect after I'm getting shit on by my friends.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I would do some material, and the material would do great. But during probably a third of the jokes, it would get interrupted by a weird laugh from some comic I know very well.
Mm-hmm.
Or like during a setup, Bobby Condon at one point just went, and I was like, dude,
man.
I tried.
You can't go.
Yeah. I tried to do crowd work with Augie because I have one crowd work bit, and Django laughed in my face.
Oh, boy.
And I was like, I have to try to get this. And so it was just really fun and in the moment, and it felt very for us. And so I'm going to cut a special out of the two that I know I'll feel good about. And then I'm going to create some sort of separate thing that's like about the second show.
Yeah, that's great.
Like all the comics in the room. But, dude, also... and I know this is definitely inside baseball. I hope y'all listening, this is interesting to you. My stand-up comedy career, man. But I like, and if not, it will be done in like a few minutes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Caleb and I were on the road together at the end of May,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like not happy with the special. I was. Like, there were certain parts of it that just wouldn't stop bombing. And it's a conceptual special. It was for my mom, and which meant it had a structure, and I was having to move things around and find segues, and they weren't totally working. And, like, in Birmingham, that was, like, a really good practice. I, like, really got it. But it was tough the other nights, and it felt the same way when I went to Colorado after that. Mm-hmm. And then I was so panicked and scared about it that I was doing Fort Collins, the Comedy Fort, on a Thursday, and I spent that whole day restructuring and moving jokes around and working on like new punchlines and shit. And I talked to Django and Jake Silberman a lot about it, what they thought and how they felt about taping theirs. And then I did it that night at Comedy Fort, and it was like perfect.
Hell yeah, dude.
And that club, man, I mean, that's definitely where I want to tape the next one.
Oh, it's the best club.
It's the best club ever. And then still, I went back and forth because I still had some like it. I forgot that the thing about touring is you really don't always do well. Like when you're running an album, the deal is that you bomb it to practice it, and then the night of, in an ideal situation, you're firing on all cylinders and you're sharp. Like that's the goal. It's not that you kill it the whole time and then you kill it again. I mean, that would feel good. But even by the end, man, the like suicide joke, and I have this joke about how I don't like that Barack Obama has a podcast.
Hell yeah.
And this joke about bestiality was like not being met well. And then sure enough, in Brooklyn, they all did really well. It was great. It was great. There were two jokes that I didn't even do in the first one because I was like, I'm going to cut them. And then I felt so good in the comedian show that I did them and they crushed. It was just magical, man. I'm so happy with it.
I'm so glad. That's
thanks, man.
Because you were worried as hell.
I was so worried.
I knew it was going to be good, but you had to work hard to make it good. It was not an easy.
No, it
thing.
wasn't easy.
But I think it's worth it, and it's got to be a huge load off your mind,
It's a big load off my mind. I'm finally getting to take a break. I did fuck up in that, like one of the reasons I got drunk for 4 days was that my show, This Sucks, which is 2 Mondays a month at the Gutter in Brooklyn.
Hell yeah.
You might want to go to that.
Which Mondays?
Some. We sort of randomly picked them right now.
There we go.
Look, it sucks.
That's right. This sucks.
So, we had to do that on Monday.
Yeah.
And then James and Natalie weren't in town, so I had to go.
Mm.
And then I had like some other like chores kind of shit I had to do It was just so now like you get here and I'm finally getting to relax. It's good time.
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
You got a squirrel attacking you. You got your buddy
Exactly.
in town.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's fun.
That squirrel doesn't fucking
Fuck that squirrel.
doesn't even know, dude.
So a lot happened since last time we recorded. You did a special, right?
Yeah, what's up with you? You've been like living in a train car.
I have been gone since May 28th, I think. How long is that?
You haven't seen Jenny in a month?
Yeah. Well, no. So I did. We were in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
That was the weekend, the first weekend, the last weekend of May, right?
Yeah.
And then I went to Dayton, Ohio, and then I went from Dayton to Atlanta, and then I went to Auburn for a show, and then I went to Lake Lanier with Jenny's family, and then I went back to Atlanta, and then I went to Athens to hang out with my buddy, and then I went to Myrtle Beach for a week with my family, and then I went to Michigan.
Whoa.
And then I came here. So I haven't been home since then, but the Hawktua thing happened. That was a pretty big deal.
Wait, what was Hawktua?
It was, I still haven't even seen it. I've only seen the memes of it. But apparently there was a girl who said, you got to go Hawktua on a penis. You know, you got to spit on it. And for some reason she went viral and lost her job for saying that.
Oh my god.
And then now she's like popping up at country music concerts and arenas, and people are like, it's the Hawktua girl. And she's got like a cowboy hat on. It's a lot of stuff's been happening. The debate happened. That was, pretty funny.
Yeah.
And what else? It's been hot as shit everywhere on Earth.
Hot as shit fucking everywhere, dude.
Yeah, we had a lot of developments. Do you have any road dates, or you don't have any road dates right now?
I am coming to Los Angeles, California at the end of
yeah.
August for the first
That's
time
gonna
since
be
I
fun.
moved away.
Well, it's getting worse.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And then also during that trip, I'm going to San Luis Obispo, Mill Valley, California, Oakland, California, and Portland, Oregon.
Damn.
I don't have all those dates locked in yet, but I'm gonna figure it out and I'll let you know.
Dude, hell yeah.
And then I'll be at Go Bananas in Cincinnati in October and the Fest in Gainesville, Florida at the end of October.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah.
So I got some shit to lay on you. We got so this is coming out tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So this Saturday, I'll be at Wits End in Charleston, South Carolina. Please come out to that. We got to sell tickets. I already messaged Nikki Glazer and Hassan Minaj, and that didn't do shit. And then I'll be at Freedom Brew and Shine in Cumming, Georgia, July 13th. July 24th, I'll be at the Laughing Skull Lounge in Atlanta, Georgia. August 2nd and 3rd, I'll be at Laughs in Tucson. September 5th through the 8th, I'll be at Go Bananas in Cincinnati. The Denver Comedy Lounge. That'll be October 4th and 5th. And then I'll be at the Comedy Nest in Montreal, October 24th through 26th. And then I'll be at the Denver Comedy Underground, November 8th and 9th.
Holy shit, dude.
I'll be at the Riot Comedy Club in Houston, December 20th and 21st. And I think that's it.
Wow, dude.
That's it. Oh no, January of 2025. If you're in Washington D.C., I'll be at the D.C. Comedy Loft.
Oh, nice.
January 3rd and 4th.
That's great, man.
So I'm very excited. Now I want to do a special. That sounds so fun.
Yeah, you should, dude.
Hell yeah.
Well, we are renaming Twisters today.
That's right, Twisters.
But before that, what have you been watching?
Oh, dude. So, I'm a big fan of the Jason movies, right?
Yes.
Big Jason head, and it's not because they're good. Most of them are not good. All of them are not good. But there's something about them I love. I like that shit happens.
Yeah.
I watched this In a Violent Nature. You heard about this shit?
No.
Holy shit, dude. So the cover, you got a guy with a mask and a weapon in the woods, and you go, ooh, that's what I like. I hope he kills some people. Sounds good. I hope he doesn't talk. I hope we don't see his face. I hope he kills people. And I hope they're horny teens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for in a horror movie. So this fucking thing, this dude's just walking around the woods.
Mm-hmm.
He'll walk around the woods for 15 seconds. Then they'll cut to him walking down through some different woods. And then they'll cut to him, finding a leaf. And he's just, and then the whole thing is like, ooh, he's killing, but he's kind of like an animal. Animals kill, huh? That's it. That's all they got.
Wow.
Just a pile of shit. I don't know if I've ever been more disappointed in my life by anything. I think it's an A24 movie, and it's like, I don't know what it is with movies where they're like, we got to deconstruct the fucking medium. Oh, you sick of horror movies where shit happens and people do stuff? You're going to love this. And it's like, was anyone asking for that? Was anyone like, I don't really like when they kill. I just kind of want to see him like going to the day to day. It's his day to day, like in the woods life, and it blows. So don't watch it. Violent Nature, In a Violent Nature gets a 1 star from me. Fuck that. I watched another piece of shit called I Saw the TV Glow. You heard about this?
Oh, I did hear about this. What is that?
So it's a beautiful.
Maybe you told me
it's
about
a beautiful dream logic love letter to the difficulties of growing up trans in the 90s.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, it's not entertaining at all.
Oh boy.
And then they go, it's supposed to be uncomfortable and boring, and I'll go, I don't think it is.
The thing about that is that some people do that. I've been saying that The Lobster sucks.
Yes.
And the reason The Lobster sucks is that everyone in the movie can't talk.
Right.
And like I think people would argue like, but it's interesting. And it is interesting. That's true. Something that sucks can be interesting.
Yeah.
But you're still not entertained. And I guess maybe some people are entertained by it, and that's fine. But you're just not going to get me with like, okay, imagine it's this movie where everyone lives in this world where nothing fun happens and no one does anything enjoyable. And I'm just supposed to like that? I don't know.
It's such a nightmare, dude. It's like giving me a bowl of room temperature water with a fork and going,
it's interesting.
Eat up. Eat up.
You can't say it's not interesting that we did this.
Wow, I'm interesting.
This
is not good or what I wanted.
This is a perfect analogy. It's just like, it's a movie like, dude, did you ever see Gus Van Sant's Last Days?
Oh, yeah, that was the most boring shit I've ever seen.
Oh, you thought it was boring? So here's the thing. I actually really thought it was interesting.
No, it's interesting.
But like,
Gus Van Sant's always interesting.
The point of the movie is, like, as far as I can tell, to put you into the mental space that Kurt Cobain was in before he killed himself. Because it is like they paint like a beautiful picture of his like sad, lonely existence leading up to, and it's not biographical. It's not real what happened. It's just sort of like a parallel world in which this is what happened to Kurt Cobain before he died. And it is boring and slow, and it makes you depressed. And I remember leaving thinking about
5 stars.
wanting to kill myself. Yeah, exactly.
Boring, slow, made me depressed.
Yeah.
Knocked it out of the
like,
park.
Cool, you did exactly what you wanted to do, and I suppose it is impressive to make me sad with art. But that's not what I want, dude. I want to be entertained.
Oh, dude.
Seen the Brown Bunny?
No, but I heard that's a piece of shit.
Yeah, dude. So I saw, this is what I've been watching. I went to a movie with Django Gold and Eli Uden this week at this place, Film Noir Cinema. And it's a little tiny theater in the middle of the neighborhood of Greenpoint. Damn, I just like lost my train of thought completely. Wow.
Greenpoint.
Yeah, this little theater in the middle of this neighborhood in Greenpoint, and it's a beautiful little theater. I've never seen any other movie there, and I went there because I've heard of the venue and I wanted to check it out. It's a little 80-seat black box, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just really well put together, and the guy who owns it and runs it knows what he's doing. It's cool. And then it was some sort of like film group called Public Domain that shows like an international movie, old international movie every month. And the movie was called The Night of Counting the Years.
Oh, jeez.
I know. I should have known from the name that it was going to drag on
That
for
sounds
fucking
like
ever.
a Seinfeld movie where they're like, oh, we're going to go see The Night of Counting the Years.
Dude, let me see if I can find...
Oh, I wanted to see the lake in the woods by the pond. Oh, yeah, I wanted to see the night of the love in your arms or the nothing.
The night... I'm typing this out. The night of counting. So, like, I'm specifically looking it up because here we go. I wanted to look up the description of the movie because, okay. Oh, Oh, is there not? The description was something exciting. It was like in 19th century Egypt,
Okay.
a group of farmers
I like it.
remove expensive artifacts from
Hell yeah.
famous sarcophaguses
Let's go.
against the law, right?
Yeah.
But actually, what the movie was about was this like real cultural and historical issue that Egypt was having in the 19th century, which was that like they didn't know where all the sarcophagi were because in like early or like 1000 BC or whatever, people were looting the pyramids and the tombs of all these like old leaders and taking all of the riches and selling them, and so they were hidden at some point in that time, around 1000 BC, and then at another point, so no one knew where they were once we reached this like general era of history, and so that stuff wasn't in Egyptian museums or anything like that. And then they would start popping up in museums in like countries in Europe and shit. And someone was finding them and selling them on the black market, right?
Wow.
So this movie was about that, except that it wasn't about the trade. It wasn't about robbery of those things. It wasn't about them trying to like sneak past people. It was about like the emotional reality of this group of farmers that they live in the desert, so they can't grow food anymore. And the way that their family has made money for like 1,000 years is that they just know where this room in a mountain with a bunch of sarcophaguses are in it. And like they sell necklaces to this like merchant, and the family just like argues whether that's okay or not for the whole movie.
Oh, come on.
And it's just like, it's also like it was made in 1969, and it's like 3 fucking hours long. It's not. It's 2 hours long, but God, it feels. And it's not shot well because they didn't know how yet.
Yeah.
And everyone walks slow. And so, oh my God, it's so boring. And the main guy is a terrible actor. I was really excited to see like an action thriller made in the 60s in Arabic.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't, man. It was just like the most boring
Oh, dude.
procedural fucking.
I know.
Ugh.
It's so weird to see like and I know that's a thing. It's sort of like a fun idea. Like, hey, you know, you've seen entertaining movies. What if we did all the scenes that were before and after entertaining parts? And it's like, oh, that's an idea, and it's a bad one. I like to see the entertaining parts. I don't want to see James Bond doing paperwork and fucking going to the store and, you know?
Just imagine if James Bond was a family of old men who like had to save damsels in distress in order to make a living, and that bothered their son. That's what this fucking movie was.
Dude, it's like, did you see Zone of Interest?
I did not.
So Zone of Interest, they're like trying to make a point. They're like, oh, this is going to show you the mundane lives of the Nazis to show you how regular, you know, it is. It's just them making eggs in front of a concentration camp. And
Yeah, that's boring.
Yeah. And I'm just like, how'd you make the Holocaust boring? What the fuck? And they go, well, that's the point. Well, bad idea.
Yeah.
Just because you did what you set out to do and bored the shit out of everybody doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah.
And it's spreading. It's a new thing. People are like, oh, we came up with an idea. How about a boring as hell movie? And everybody goes, whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Well, fuck it.
What if no one? Yeah, I have this idea for a movie. It's there's no characters. There's no characters at all, and there's also no events that happen in it. It's It's 4 hours long. Nothing happens. There's no color. There's also no color. It's completely black.
It's one-dimensional.
Yeah.
There's no horizon.
It's a piece of string 3 inches long.
Oh, dude, the TV Glow movie, I've never seen. It's like a 90-minute movie, and even that's a stretch. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, here's exactly what the movie's like. And all I need you to do is, if I'm silent for more than 1 second, go, All right? This will be a perfect scene from it.
Okay.
I am not sure if I am where I should be. I don't know. Does that make sense?
It's like you're word for word saying what I saw in the debate the other night.
Dude, one part that has not been reported. Everyone's seen all the same clips where he says we beat Medicaid. The clip where he says Bush, and then Trump goes, "What was that?" And everybody's seen all the popular clips. Well, there's one. Me and my buddy Will Hamner were watching it, and when Biden goes, "And these guys in Charlottesville, they came out of the forest with torches," and Will goes, "They came out of houses."
They didn't come out of the forest. Dude, also,
no one came out of the forest.
After all of that, after all that happened, and then the pundits just shit all over him.
Yeah.
The pundits were like, let's cut to Joe Biden is having a victory party.
Right.
And it's just all these people cheering. And he's on the mic, and he goes, no shit. He says this word for word. He goes, couldn't have done it without you. And then he goes, thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. I want to go home with you.
I did not see that.
Dude, it's crazy.
You could have done it without him. You did do it without him.
Yeah, you did nothing.
There was no audience.
And yeah.
You sucked, and they were not involved.
Totally. They're lying.
I want to go home with you.
I want to go home with you. And Jill was on stage with him. It was so weird, dude.
Fuck everybody.
So I was telling Caleb, by the way, we're not going to be talking about Twisters much this episode, and that's just really going to have to be okay with y'all.
We haven't seen it yet, but we're going to rename it. That's for sure.
We're definitely going to rename it real quick.
And that's what I like to call.
What's up, y'all? I'm Beyonce.
What's up? This is Adam from Maroon 5.
This is Kings of Leon.
Hi, this is Aaron Sorkin, and I want to know what you think this movie would be like if I wrote it.
Listen to me now.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see the movie. Look, I recorded my special, okay? I
It
can't
would
be
be funny
expected.
to see two tornadoes like just going through the
Just
planes,
holding file folders.
holding files.
Yeah, totally.
Should we destroy this farm?
Well, I have to get this to the hurricane.
All right.
I have to get this cow and this tractor to a hurricane right now.
Would you like to reunite a broken family?
No, I would like to split one up. Okay. Agree to disagree.
Pretty good.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Jeffrey Wright Report.
The Jeffrey Wright Report. The Jeffrey Wright Report. The Jeffrey Wright Report.
He's not in
He's
it.
not in Twisters.
Fuck,
But
dude.
it seems like something
He's
could
in.
be in.
Yeah.
We gotta stop all these
Twisters.
There's too many of them.
There's a lot of them. They're so windy.
Last time it was one.
My great-grandfather was killed by the wind. Ever since the early 20th century, a long line of my family have lived underground because of the wind.
Oh, we love you, Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright, we love you so much.
He's in every movie.
So I was telling Caleb, I didn't see the debate because I had that horrible squirrel day.
Yeah.
And then the next day was the only day because Caleb was coming into town. And also Friday was Allie's birthday. So it was like I did the special.
Damn, you're a busy bee.
Yeah, and then that was
Attack
Saturday.
me.
I forget what I had Sunday. Monday I had my show at the Gutter. Tuesday I just like partied. Wednesday I went to that movie and had that horrible panic attack induced hangover. Worst movie in the world. Went home, couldn't sleep because a squirrel was attacking me. And so Thursday all day I was like, I need to rest and I need to like do chores. I need to pack up from the special and make my room again. There was props everywhere. And then at night I was like, I'm going to watch a movie on Max.
Yeah.
And I open up Max and it's like, watch the debate. And I was like, okay. But the debate was over and it was just a round table of CNN pundits being like, okay, we have got to get the Democratic Party to get a new guy. Wow. So I was like, what'd he say?
Right.
And then I started watching clips, and I was like, oh, he just was himself. How funny. Democrats.
Yeah.
We've been saying it for months, dude. Like, he sucks.
Years. We said it the first time.
Yeah.
They said it. Like, he was on the debate stage in 2019. They were like, "You're too old. You don't make sense. What did you just say?" And he was like, and then everybody just pretended like, what, he's going to get younger?
Yeah, dude.
It doesn't work like that. He only gets old. He gets older each day. You dipshits.
We just really need something to happen at the DNC. And that would be rad. Because, like, there's so many things that are allowed to be done at the Democratic National Convention that have never been done, you know? Like, you're allowed to nominate someone for president on the floor of the DNC, and then they have to re-vote.
Great.
Exactly. And then...
What is the party for?
What's the party for? And I don't know... Seriously, I don't give a fuck about my primary vote. I'm going to vote, but I don't give a fuck about it. Like... Use your primary for you as a party that claims to be a valid party that I'm supposed to care about, and fucking do something, dude. Anything at all, man. And I like...
Yeah.
It's so embarrassing. There's so many things that politicians do and say that are basically rooted in, like, it's going to be okay later.
Right.
You're going to see this flower bloom if you just stick with us. And we've been told that with Biden for so long. And then there's so many, especially younger people under, it's not even young people. It's just people under 50. People under 50 are like, help. And everyone else is like, it's going to be fine. It always was fine. My whole life it was fine. You know, I have a house and, you know, whatever the fuck. And then he goes on TV and he's like, has a baza baza, has a baza baza. And then this literal serial killer is like, what a moron.
Dude, the argument about golf was unbelievable. Dude, the fact that anyone could believe, like Trump can only win golf tournaments at his clubs is like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And Biden he's like, one of the best golfers that ever lived. It's just like, what are you talking about? Why would that matter? It doesn't even make sense. Like, it reminds me of the Norm Macdonald joke where he's like, you ever lie for no reason at all? When someone's like, you ever see that Meryl Streep movie? And you go, yes. And you're like, I haven't.
Right.
What am I lying about over here?
That?
I stand to gain nothing from this lie.
Right.
It's like, you're both lying about golf? No one gives a shit.
Also, how tight is it to be like, yo, you're running for president? You're on television, like one of the most watched single night events in the history of television, and you say, I did not have sex with a porn star. That's just like, yo, like not even you don't bring up sex in running for president.
Yeah, I did not
have sex with a porn star. I have had sex though. High five.
Also, the fact that his wife didn't show up is so funny. Like, you had sex with the porn star, buddy.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty clear. The best point I ever heard is somebody was like, if you don't know whether or not Trump had sex with a porn star, consider that he doesn't pay his lawyers, he doesn't pay his contractors, he doesn't pay for his rallies, but he gave a woman he didn't fuck 6 figures. Interesting. What a weird turn.
Isn't that you that said? Isn't that like a joke?
I heard
of
it on the
yours?
radio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I stole it.
Yeah. No, I didn't say. I just thought, like, in my mind, that was a joke you wrote, and I didn't.
Oh no, I wish I came up with that.
Damn, dude.
But yeah, that debate
I mean, I'm being honest. Like, I drink whiskey. I bang my wife.
At least Alex Jones,
a freaking scrambler.
I ate a scramble.
We'll tell you exactly what he fucking did.
No one has a more out of order day. I wake up, I drink whiskey, I bang my wife, I eat a scrambler. Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
No.
Then I go
to
a rally
to overthrow the government.
Yeah.
I fail.
I
go take a hot bath with my wife.
Yeah. Then I get a divorce.
It's like, dude, you're doing everything wrong.
Yeah.
You wake up, you get a divorce.
Yeah, clearly.
You overthrow the government, you eat eggs, then you drink whiskey, and then you something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right.
And that's my biggest problem with Alex Jones. is that he's all out of whack.
Should we rename Twisters, dude?
Ooh, I think we should. I got a name for Twisters.
All right.
How about this?
I don't have many.
How about this? Twister, the Big Turn.
Okay.
Not bad.
That's great. Here's my name for Twisters. All right. Yeah. Let's make that.
All of mine have a colon in them as well. I love the colon titles now. Like, people are like, 2? What's 2? You have to have a colon. How about Twister, Rising Revolution, Resurrection, Romulus?
Wow.
Pretty good.
Damn. All right, here's another name for Twisters. Tornado Cowboys Almost Kiss. Dude, have you seen the trailer?
No.
Why are they're cowboys in this one? They're not cowboys in the first one.
No.
But it's just like they're at a rodeo and they're like, you want to do something real crazy? And then they chase a tornado.
Well, you got to mix it up, you know?
Right.
You got to mix it up.
You got to have different types of demographics. Nerds and cowboys.
Nerds and cowboys chase a Twister.
Yeah, that's right.
How about Twister? Oh, The Rock's in this one.
Okay, this is my last one. Wow, they couldn't afford Bill Paxton.
When studios find out how to resurrect actors, they will.
Yeah. Wait, did he die?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
All right, that's the end of the episode.
Oh, shit.
No.
Wait, when did Bill Paxton die?
I don't know. But I remember doing the same thing where I was like, I haven't seen Bill Paxton.
Well, they
in a
couldn't
while.
get Helen Hunt either.
Right. She's dead.
No.
No, she's not. Bill Paxton died in 2017.
Wow, dude. Oh, my
Yeah.
God. You know what I forgot?
He died of a twister.
I killed him. I shoved him into a twister. Because he fucked my wife.
I mean, if he did get sucked into a twister,
That would be crazy.
what a way to go.
Honestly, that would be what the sequel of Twister was about. Twisters, the death of Bill Paxton.
Yeah, I got a couple more. I got Twister, Revenge of the Wind.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, dude.
Twister Act 2, Back in the Habit.
That's great. I like that.
Pretty good.
Twister act.
And that's it.
Great.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
I feel like it's going to be good. I like the first Twister.
Yeah.
You know? But has that ever happened? It's the thing you see in Disney movies, a lot of 90s movies. It was like everyone was just, it's like Divorce came out in 1990 and everybody was like, what? Like, it's got to be in every movie. How do we deal with it? And has it ever worked where someone's like trying to serve you your papers to be like, let's get a divorce? And then you just stall until a Twister makes you love them again?
What?
Like, you can't just do that. That's the plot.
That is
I'm not signing those papers
oh my
until
God.
a Twister comes in through here.
Well, you're so right. And isn't it that, like, Bill Paxton wanted a divorce from Helen Hunt and she wouldn't sign them?
She didn't want one.
Right.
You know, that's always happening.
It's also like we were really led to believe that the two biggest tornado scientists in the world are married.
Hey, you got to have things in common.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's also like they never make it a realistic divorce. They're always for absolutely no reason.
Right.
No one sucks
They're
here.
just sad.
They're
yeah.
both incredibly good looking.
You know what's the weirdest thing,
and
too,
nice.
about them both being the top tornado scientists and they're married? You know how they met? Hinge.
Oh.
Yeah. It's weird. They didn't know about each other. And, yeah, dude. You would think there would be some sort of tornado-specific dating app, you know?
I wonder if there's HR in the like tornado scientist world.
I think it's probably a lot more like comedy.
Yeah.
Like, probably there are a lot of the tornado scientists that are creeps.
I saw that. I was doing a gig last night, and they had a thing. It was like a community theater was the venue, and I saw posted on the wall. It was all these HR rules,
Oh, shit.
and
Don't do stand-up.
So many of them are just like where they're like no sexual jokes.
Right.
And I was just like, well, this
Totally.
every single comedy venue on earth is breaking that one.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, damn, is that wrong to be backstage being like, fuck you?
Well, fuck you isn't really a sexual joke.
I mean, it's kind of.
I guess it hypothetically is.
Yeah.
You definitely shouldn't hit on the people you work with.
Right.
That's
Obviously,
like the
that's
big.
wrong.
That's not obvious to comedians, though.
What?
It's also Well, so many comics are like, "What did Louis do?" Like really,
Well,
people.
he jerked off.
Yeah, he jerked off in front of people who didn't want him to.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
It's even weird, and this might be a little kink shamey, but it's even a little odd to jerk off in front of people that want to see it.
Sure.
But
And
when
they know it.
when they don't
It's kinda
want
what they're
to.
into. Yeah.
Not cool.
Yeah, dude. And it's like doing it to people who work for you makes it even worse.
Right.
It's crazy. And then yeah, I think another HR rule is that the assistant manager of this Applebee's isn't supposed to cover it up when the guy you know. But yeah, dude.
That's
So
what kills me about the Louis thing is that Louis was like, I shouldn't have done that. And then people go, what did he do? Well, he said what he did, and he said it was bad.
right.
So he, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
not even.
Yeah.
It's such a bizarre thing to me.
It is like more complicated because we are both socializing and working, and like I'm dating a comedian, and so one of us at least hit on the other one at some point, and that's
Right.
why it gets complicated. And obviously, I'm not
You
at
got to
all
clock
saying
out.
that's the
If
same
you
thing.
clock out, you can hit on anybody.
So that's
you
the
clock
thing. You
out.
do have to sort of like know when you're clocked out. You have to
Right.
know when it's a serious business situation, and it is in a green room, like it is. You don't go into the green room and be like, "Who's sucking my dick?" Like, you also shouldn't say it that way to any time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm definitely not saying that what Louis did is the same as hitting on someone. Not at all. But it is like, you're not supposed to hit on people at work. And
Right. And if I see somebody jerking off at work, I go, I think he likes me.
That's right.
So,
You aren't supposed to jerk off at work either.
right, even if you're alone, you're not supposed to just go, you're supposed to work.
Yeah, you're just not supposed to beat off at work. You're supposed to be
I
working.
feel like that's got to be known. You know?
Totally. Don't jack off. Hey, speaking of which, shop.whatsitcalled.rodeo.
Hell yeah.
What's It Called Rodeo is our website. Shop.whatsitcalled.rodeo is our shop, and you can get dumb shit on there. We have a shirt that says "Don't jack off." We have a pillow.
A pillow.
We have a pillow.
We
Don't
do
jack
have a
off
pillow.
pillow.
I like the pillow.
Yeah, me too.
I got one at home.
I have one right over there.
Hell yeah, you do.
Yeah. We're about wrapped up, but we got to find out who won the Ricky shit.
Oh, we
this
got
week.
some good ones. So this week it was Twisters if it had a colon in the title. Because they went classic James Cameron, just add an S, you know.
Yeah.
Add a
$sign.
But, you know, what if it had a colon? And, man, these were really funny. So we got number 10 on Discord. Satchmo Steam said, Twisters. There's a whole fucking bunch of them.
Oh, that's great.
Sheeby Carlene on Twitter said, Twisters, blow me. Pretty good.
Wow, that's great.
Demirist on Discord said, Twister, Tulsa Drift.
Wow, that's funny.
Winslow Dumaine on Twitter said, Twister, the tubes that kill. The 5 on Discord said, Twister, 2. Boogeyman Weather on Twitter said, Twisters, Broken Wind. Bog Dude on Discord said, Twister, Beetlejuice.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, shit. Here's one that I don't have the name on there. I'll have to go back and do that one. So number 2, Darth Plato on Twitter said, Twister, I hardly know her.
Oh, I love that.
And the Ricky shit goes to Cindy
Aravena.
I always say it wrong. Cindy Aravena Jr. said, Twisters, this time it's plural.
Oh, wow. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Hell yeah, Cindy.
Yeah, good shit.
You fucking did it. And that has been What's It Called for the week. One last order of business.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
It's still there.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
Thank you all so much.
We love you.
We love you. You're the best fans in the world.
Lay it on down.
We'll see you next week.
Mm.
Bye.
What's it called? What's it called? What's it